to anyone who comes aboard. This is the Virginia Bushcrafter, out here doing what he enjoys doing. Trying to learn what he can from the bush. Just waiting to see if anyone comes in. I know it is a, what is it? It's a Wednesday. So I wasn't able to get out Sunday. I wasn't able to get out Monday. I wasn't able to get out Tuesday. I was able to get out today. Hey, KP, how you doing? How is everything in Louisiana? I hope everything is well. Everything is well with me. It's always good to see you. That is for sure. Oh, it's a rainy day there. Well, we don't have any rain here, but I hope it's not a really, really bad rainy day. You know how those rainy days get and just traffic becomes congested. Hope it's not one of those. But hey, that's part of nature. Rain, yeah. It may be working its way up this way. I'm not sure. I thought I felt some raindrops earlier, but I don't know. I guess I really didn't. Yeah, I came out in the bush today to talk about the 10 C's of bushcrafting. So I tried to give demonstrations of each one. Let's see. Yeah, we got 2 people here. But hey, I'm always glad to have someone here. It's like once you do everything that you came out to do, it's like, well, I have some free time. Let me just chat and see if anyone's. I know it is Wednesday, so I'm sure a lot of people are working right now. And so this is my work in the bush. Can't pour concrete in the rain. Yep. Yeah, that rain, yeah. Yeah, I had an uncle that used to lay concrete. Hello there. Krishna, how are you doing? Thanks for joining in. Freedom to be. Hello, hello. Let me see, 30. I can't pronounce your last name, but thank you for coming in. I definitely appreciate it. Yeah, guys, I did a video today because someone asked me they said, can you just give the basics? And you want to see a lion. Gertrude Van, how are you? Jihide, how are you? Jihide, how are you? Yeah. Yeah, so I went over the 10 C's of bushcrafting, which are cover. So I put up a tarp, the ridge lines. I went through the whole ordeal with the ridge lines. Put down a roll bed to show that you have something to sleep on. Brought some trash bags to advise that you could fill them up with leaves, and I have something to lay on. And I brought a bivvy to show that you have something to sleep in. So you have something above you, something below you, and you can have something to sleep in. And then I went over cordage, 550 paracord, as well as number 36 bank line, as well as number 18 bank line, which tarred bank line. So I went over that. Went over cotton, which was the bandanas. Let's see, cordage, cutting tools, candles, which is the headlamps. Let's see, compass, canvas cell needles. What else? There's combustion, containers. Yeah, I went all over all of it, but I won't be able to demonstrate the. No, I'm not in the Army. Never have been. I think if I had to do over, I may have joined the Army, but no, I've never been in the Army. No service. The closest I got to the Army was civil service. Yep, that's what I did. 35 and a half years of civil service. Hey, it was fun, but what do you do? What do I do right now? Well, I am a retired guy. So I spend my time doing YouTube and trying to help other people however I can. Um, but even when you're retired, you stay even busier because you find so many things to do. And when you have grandkids, they will keep you busy. But the next major task that I want to do, camping. What's that? Oh, J3GS, how you doing, man? Thanks for joining in. Yeah, good evening, friends. Okay, thumbs up. Yeah, I definitely appreciate those thumbs up. But my next task, and I want to do it before Saturday, I am going to go hunting. I'm going to take my compass, and I'm going to go to locations I've never been before, and I'm going to find a creek bed, and I'm going to sit there from the crack of dawn until something comes through because I want to get a deer. Oh, Corporal's Corner 10 seeds. Yep. Yeah, those 10 seeds are really important. But I want to get a deer to give to this family. The best part about that is seeing the smiles and the happiness on their faces. So, plus it's a challenge. Our deer season, rifle season started this past Saturday, and I haven't been able to get out. And I still have not bought my license, which I can buy license online. But I intend to get out before Saturday because Sunday I'm coming back here and I am going to cut some large logs. So for the next weekend, what I'm going to do, there's some logs that are at least, I'm going to say at least, wow, these things are at least 15 feet long. So I'm going to cut them in half to like 7.5. And there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to cut them in half, and then I'm going to feed them through the fire all night. But even though I'm going to do that, I'm still going to have to get some other wood. No, that is not. Nope. This is not a military uniform. Believe me, this is all from a sporting goods store. Yeah, these are my hunting clothes. And the thing about my hunting clothes, now I cannot go hunting in these clothes until I go home and wash them in the hunting detergent to get the smoke out. They said wash them inside out in cold water and let them air dry. But I have another set that I'll be wearing Saturday. Today is Wednesday, so I got to get out of here at least. More than likely, if I don't get called for jury duty, I'll probably be out here. Well, Friday, I just remembered. I got to go to a show Friday. I got to get out because I didn't get to hunt as much as I wanted to last year. So I'm just going to have to make the time to get out here and hunt. And I got to start doing some fishing as well because fishing, have you hunted before? Yes. Yeah. I've hunted before. And all of my luck has come on private property as opposed to public land. And I don't have access to any private property right now. All of that changed. So I'm going to just be on the public land. This one guy said to me, I guess about a month ago, he said the best place to hunt on public land is about 210 yards away from the road because you have to be 200 yards away anyway. He said because as people go in, they just run the deer out. So he said, why not be there and waiting? I'm going to see. I don't know. But I'm thinking more or less going down by a creek bed and just sit there and wait. Go to a funnel where they're coming in and just sit there and wait because, they got to come to get water. If I can. And I haven't studied any of, I know this area, but I haven't done any studying for deer. But let me see. Today is Wednesday. I think it was Saturday. I went to sight in some rifles. Man, they're tack drivers, 300 Win Mag, 30-06, and That's another rifle I was using. But the 300 Win Mag is a tack drive, and of course I only sighted it in at 100 yards. So yeah, so I definitely got to get out, but I got a call tonight after 6 o'clock. I have to call and see if I have jury duty tomorrow. If I do, that's fine. If I don't, then I can make my plans to get out in the woods and do some hunting. But I got to do some bushcrafting. That is for sure. That is the priority, because man, I'm just finding out. I mean, this bushcrafting, there is just so much to it. I mean, I really, the thing about what I'm finding out about bushcrafting for me, when I come out for one day, it is harder to come out for one day than it is to do an overnighter. And the reason I think is because you get here, you're busy, 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 and then you have to pack up. And that's, to me, that's the toughest part right there. Whereas if you come out all night, yeah, you're going to be busy during the day, but then you have all night to relax and you don't have to pack up until the next day. So I want to come out here and cut these logs and get the bulk of it out. Plus, I want to try out my new saw. That's right. I bought a Burrell 24, and it has a blade that's, I think it's called the silky blade. It's not, but anyway, it's the most aggressive blade there is. The Burrell 24. So I'm gonna come out this weekend, and I'm just gonna be sawing away to prepare for the next weekend. Hey, that's called prepping, you know? So that's what I'm gonna do. But today I wanted to try out, oh, I'll put them in. I used a hatchet to do some splitting that I learned while I was at the Georgia Bushcraft. And I used my small Condor Teresa, which is a 4-inch, to do feather sticks. And I used, I have this one on me. This is a Gerber. It's a hybrid. It's between a knife and a machete. This is what I use basically today. You know, it works well. You know, I've heard a lot of people say not so good things about this, but I'm a firm believer it's not the knife. It is the hands that's in the knife, that's holding the knife. I think if you come out and practice with any tool, it's just like any trade, any mechanic, you know, if they know their trade very well and they know their tools, hey, it's great. But you know, I did use this one today, but I basically used I used a Corona saw, because when you want something to a specific length, you use a saw. I didn't do a lot of any chopping with this. I basically did some batoning with it, and it batons really well. But this is the second time I have bought this. The first time I bought it, it had a red handle, and it was okay. And I overheard someone say something about it, and I took it back and I returned it. But later I found out I misinterpreted what they were saying. They were speaking of the jimping. Let's see if you can see it. The jimping right here. Yeah, they were speaking of the jimping, and I thought that was a bad thing. But actually the jimping is to assist you when you are batoning using this tool. So I was at Bass Pro Shop, and I kept saying, if I ever see that Gerber knife again, or let me see, Gerber knife or machete, it's a hybrid. I said, I'm going to purchase it. And I purchased it, and guess what? It was only $9 more than when I purchased it maybe 3-4 years, maybe 3 years ago. So it's a good knife. I like it, you know, but I like to bring out different tools every time I come out, you know. And I'm waiting on another axe. It is the marble bearded axe. It should be, I should get it between November the 21st and November the 26th, because I'm going to come out here and practice chopping, felling trees, with the 26-inch axe. I've never brought my 26-inch axe out here, but I also took an axe woodman's class, when I was in at the Georgia Bushcraft. And by the way, guys, the only thing I can say about the Georgia Bushcraft, if you ever get the opportunity, make the sacrifice and go. It was so much fun. The thing about it now, I know how it's run, and I'm going back in April. But this time, I am really going to be focusing on taking as many classes as I can, because they actually have experienced people there. I don't know if you guys have seen my videos or my shorts, but I got to meet Greg Ovens. I got to meet Sensible Prepper. I got to meet Corporal's Corner, Joe Fowler, Joe Flowers, and Zachary Fowler's. What's the guy's name? AJ. Anyway, I got to meet several people that have actually went on the show called Alone. They actually won. So, and then there were a lot of locals there. The thing is, it's just full of fun and full of education. So, but yeah, it was great. It's in Watkinsville, Georgia, and I'm going to be going to that twice a year. Hey, as long as I'm able, I'm going to be at the Georgia Bushcraft. Man, it is so much fun. And this year, this last week, there was over 2,000 individuals. That does not count vendors or exhibitors or anything like that. There were over 2,000. And now in April of 2024, it had been the largest bushcraft meetup in the United States of America. They topped it this time. This past November, they exceeded the participation that they had in April 2024. So, guys, I mean, you meet a lot of great people there. I mean, it was just blast of fun. Hey, Arkansas Wild Man, how are you doing? Freedom, how you doing? Camping, ratification. Yeah, guys. Yeah, thanks for coming in, man. I definitely appreciate it. But yeah, so that only makes you want to study bushcrafting more. And that's why I know now I'm going to incorporate some hunting and some fishing into my bushcrafting videos, because hunting and fishing is part of bushcrafting. Also, I'm going to take a class in slingshots, because that is a skill that is needed. Highly recommended if you're bushcrafting. Knowing how to use a slingshot is, I'm sure. I mean, I saw some. I mean, they even have professionals teaching the slingshot courses. Hey, Dan H, how you doing, man? It's good to see you. I bet you guys are getting some cold weather up there in the Mass house. Yeah, I bet you guys. It's pretty mild. I mean, I only have on one layer of clothing. I came in with 2 layers this morning, and I'm near my fire that's going out. But yeah, when I leave out of here, I'll put more clothing on. But I'm sitting next to a fire that I'm waiting for the fire to go out before I even pack up. But yeah. But guys, I know I'm all over the place. But yeah, man. But when I got home from the Georgia Bushcraft, I slept for about 3 days. One day I didn't even go out my house. Just still thinking about all the fun that I had. I met this one lady. I forgot what she teaches, but I'm gonna make sure I take her class next year. Her name is Mama Wendy, and it has something to do with vinegar oils and so forth. There's so many classes. I mean, you can take all the classes you want. Some of the classes are free, some of them are nominal. Hey, Johnny, 308 number 6, how you doing? Is this a live? This is a live. This is a live. Yeah, not a premiere. I'm going to do a premiere um, from this. Like I said, I really, we always hear about the 10 C's. We always hear about the 10 C's, but actually seeing someone do it, the 10 C's. Out of the 10 C's, I would not be able to demonstrate the cloth cell needle. They come in various sizes, and that's for if you have if you want to repair your tarp or your tent or either some type of clothing. So I won't be able to demonstrate that. I won't be able to really demonstrate headlamp, even though I showed the headlamp and the flashlight and the batteries, because it's not going to be dark when I leave out of here. I'm just waiting for the fire to go out. But I was able to demonstrate. Let's see, cover, cordage, combustion, cutting tool, container, cotton, cargo. Let's see, compass. What else? And cotton. So those are the. So and I did that because, in one of my comments, someone asked me, "Can you just do something that's basic?" So I tried to do it and make it as simplistic as possible, but it's all basic. Um, it's just doing it over and over and over, and it becomes, "Hey, Vester, how you doing, man? Haven't seen you in a while." I'm doing well. I'm doing well, man. I'm doing really, really, really well. I hope that's the same for you. But so that's what I tried to do. Um, for that particular content creator, I wanted that's why I did it, to go over the 10 C's. But the thing is, I think I'm pretty lucky to be able to come out here where I live and just make a fire and stay all night and do things like that. Whereas in a lot of places you can't do that. You have to go to a park where they provide you with a fire ring, and you have to buy the wood there. Here, there's just so much wood. But yeah, I'm after taking that axe class, man, I'm gonna bring my 26-inch axe out here. And the thing is being safe with that. When you're out here in the bush, my thing is to move slowly. There's never a need to rush. And sometimes if I feel like I'm tired, I'll just go sit on a log or something. And that really helps. I mean, when I came out this morning, I stayed up later than I really wanted to last night. And then I got up earlier than I wanted to. When I got here, I stopped and got a cup of coffee, and I came here. It's like, oh man, I'm still tired. I didn't get enough sleep. So I just sat on the log for about 10 to 15 minutes. Hey, after that, I was ready to go. But and then it helps you get your thoughts together. Even though you always, at least for me, I always say, I'm gonna do this when I get out there, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do this. There's always a change in plans or something that doesn't go as you plan. But this one went as planned. I'm just not able to demonstrate all of the 10 C's because, again, it's not dark. I'm leaving out of here before it's dark. I don't have anything to sew. I did use some of the Gorilla Tape to patch part of my tarp, and I did use. Let me show you some of the Gorilla Tape to fix my pants that had a hole in them. So those are some of the things that you can use Gorilla Tape for. But wow, even when I stood up, I could tell a difference in the temperature. Like I said, I'm next to a fire that I need to really let's see. Let me just stir this up real quick. Yeah, I didn't make a huge fire today. I made enough just to make some ramen noodles. But I made the fire because I talked about the containers. This is a single wall. And I tried what I did. I took a bandana and I gave a quick demonstration as if as if I was at a creek or a stream or a river, and I was going to filter the water. So I just basically took a bandana and I put it over my mess cup, put the bandana over it, poured water into it, and that's a demonstration of filtering the water, and showing that that you should have single walls when you're out instead of a double wall container. However, if you do have a double wall container, you still can use it. You just have to drill maybe 2 holes on each side, and then you can use a double wall, but preferably single wall. And also, I found out a way that you can actually clean these with leaves just by so what this does, even though I do have some detergent with me, I always wash these before I put them back in my rucksack. I don't have to worry about all that soot going into my bag. And I learned that from her name is Come Explore With Me, Marcy C, I believe, something to that effect. But I learned that from her. I watch a lot of content creators, but yeah, but I really enjoyed seeing the ones at the Georgia Bushcraft, especially Corporal's Corner. Man, he's tall. And the thing about it, he did a video while he was there, and his slogan is, "If it ain't raining, we ain't training." And the first time I saw him, no, it wasn't raining the first time I saw him, but when I saw him that Sunday, it was raining, and he was going to train. He made a video on that day. So, but yeah, it was a lot of fun, And I don't know if you guys have heard that Blackie Thomas, he has a channel and he basically deals with kukris and so forth. I think it was last Tuesday he had he had a stroke, and he's doing better. He did drop a video and explain, what happened, and there is a GoFund for him. So if you guys get a chance, go to his channel and just watch it and try to promote his channel, and you'll see why. He explains it all on his video, but he was there and he gave an excellent class on kukris. So on all of my kukris, what I'm doing, again, I'm going to make this portion of my kukri, I'm going to make that to maybe like an 18-degree angle, and that's going to be used for carving. This portion, let's see, in here, it's going to be a 20 degrees angle, and this portion is going to be maybe 25, I guess, and that portion is going to be used for digging. So if I don't have a shovel and I have a kukri, I'm going to use that to dig with. But I learned a lot from him. The classes that I took, one of them was called the 4 pieces of a puzzle of survival. It was given by Craig. What's his last name? Anyway, his channel is called Nature Reliance, which is very, very, very good. I took a class. That's the first class I took on a Saturday. No, on a Friday. Saturday, I took the Kukri class from Blackie Thomas, and immediately after that, I took an axe woodman class, and I forgot the name of the gentleman. But yeah, those are the 3 classes I did take. But next year, I'm already eyeing tree identification, slingshot, navigation, stop the bleed. Let me see. I want to take 3 classes per day. So that'll give me 9 classes. But like I say, the classes are free. Some of them are nominal. There's a nominal fee. And then there's some classes cost a little bit more. Also, foraging is a class I want to take as well. But I have to wait and see which classes are coming out. But I would tell you guys, man, if for me it was about a 600-mile drive, and I really enjoyed the drive, and even coming back from Watkinsville, Georgia, all the way to Fredericksburg, Virginia, I did something totally on purpose, intentionally. I took the back roads back all the way. I did not at one time hit the interstate. And the reason I did it, I wanted to see what happens if you really have to take all the back roads. And one thing happened, as we always use a GPS system. I'm in the back roads. I think I was in South Carolina. And I'm following my GPS, and I get to this road, and the road is closed. So the GPS is going to reroute me, but it's rerouting me in circles. And I saw that happen to a few other drivers. So I saw this one van. I said, you know what? They're not going to that circle. I'm not going to that circle. So I just followed this van, and I ended up on 301. And there were many times I could have jumped over on I-95 North, but I refused to. I said, I'm taking the back roads. I just want to see what it's like, to travel 600 miles, avoiding all of the interstate highway. So, and it was fun. It was fun. I've never done that before, but it was fun. And I think when I go again, going down, I may do that same thing, or coming back, I may do that. Well, more, I may do it going down and then I may take the interstate coming back, since I've already done it, vice versa, this time. But it was a great experience, But it was about a 600-mile drive for me, which was well worth it. But there was one guy, he came all the way from Connecticut, because I overheard him he said, well, I'm going to spend the night in Harrisburg, Virginia. I said, oh, for Harrisburg. Okay, I got you beat. I'm going a little further. I'm going about 60 miles above Harrisburg. He said, no, I'm just going there for overnighter. He said, I'm going to Connecticut. Did he say Connecticut or New Hampshire? One of the two. But yeah, there may have been some people that was further north from him, but I don't know. I didn't meet anyone that far. But majority of the people, I think, I'm not sure, were from Georgia, South Carolina, North Carolina, Mississippi, Alabama. Yeah, but I don't know where a lot of people were from, but I just know it was fun. They have a place that you can buy wood. You can actually camp out. You can build a fire as long as it's not on the ground. You can bring a little fire pit. You have to bring you have to bring your water. There is no water fountain or anything like that. Now you can buy water, but you have to bring your own water, and you can buy food. But I brought all of my food, and I didn't buy any food while I was there. So I brought all of my food. And the fun, I think one of the greatest things I enjoyed was sleeping in my tent. I have two bedrolls, and I told a friend, I slept in the tent like 3 nights. They couldn't believe it. I said, and that was some of the best sleep I've had in a long time. And it rained, I think, the Friday night or early Saturday morning. I did not know it even rained. And then it rained again Sunday, no, late Saturday or early Sunday morning. And I really didn't notice it was raining, but it was raining during the course of the day. When I left there, I think I left about 12 o'clock or something like that. And I did it in 2 days. I stopped in a town called Abbeville, South Carolina. I think that's maybe 60 or 80 miles. I don't know. That out of Georgia. And I spent the night in Abbeville. And then I drove all the way on the back roads. I drove to, I think it's called Kinsley, North Carolina. And from there on into Fredericksburg, Virginia. But hey, it was an awesome weekend, man. I really enjoyed that, and man, I slept for, like I said, I got back. I think it was on a Tuesday. No, no, it was over Sunday. I got back. Yeah, I got back on a on a Monday. On a Monday, yeah, late. No, no, excuse me. It was a Tuesday that I got back, and I unpacked everything. And man, I went to bed and I slept well, and that's why I haven't been. I wasn't able to get out this weekend because some things came up. But it's like I got to get out at least once a week. But my goal now is to start doing more overnighters because, like I said, to me, I'm finding out it's easier. Like when I come in next week, I'm I'm coming in here just to saw wood, you know. And the thing is, I don't want to do a lot of chopping because it's hunting season, and I know people out here hunting, and I really don't want to disturb their hunt, you know. So I'm gonna come out here and just basically be sawing these logs, getting them ready for the next weekend, the overnight that I do, because man, I'm just gonna be feeding that fire and feeding that fire, and relaxing. And I know it's 2 weeks from now, it's gonna be cold as bones, but as long as I have a fire, that's the only thing that matters. Fire and some food, that's the only thing that matters. And it's going to be good times, you know. But so hey guys, let me know if any of you guys been out in the bush, or you're getting out in the bush, or do you have any plans to get out in the bush, you know. If so, where are you going? um do you know of any more meetups? I understand possibly there's one called the Rendezvous Meetup in some parts of Pennsylvania. I haven't found it. I think there's one that's given in North Carolina. I'm not sure. But yeah, I'm definitely looking for bushcraft meetups, man. I mean, and the vendors that were there, man, it was awesome. I think when I was there, I bought a Burrell saw, but this sling for the Burrell saw that holds a, excuse me, it holds a saw and it holds my hatchet. As a matter of fact, let me get it and show it to you. Yeah, this apparatus, it holds a saw, it holds my saw, it holds my hatchet, and it's more or less a sling. And so I bought this. Let me see, I bought a Burrell saw. I bought this for the Burrell saw. Um, I bought a bow drill kit to practice. And I have practiced with it once. I was able to get a lot of dust and some smoke, but I wasn't able to get an ember. And I know it's because I just didn't have time, so I did it as quick as possible. So I bought that, and there's something else I bought. What? Oh, I bought a shovel, a cold steel shovel that's engraved with Joe flowers. Now, it's the reason I bought that shovel is because I had been looking for that cold steel shovel, but every time I found one, it did not come with. It did not come with. Is my chat moving? It did not come with a sheath. So the one that I saw in Watkinsville came with a sheath, so I ended up purchasing it. But this is a mask for my hatchet that I made, basically out of cardboard and Gorilla Tape. But as you can see how it fastens here, because you carry it upside down. So it fastens here. And right now I have a Corona saw in it. And that Corona saw, I mean, that thing, it's from a big box store, and that thing really does some serious sawing. This is the saw that I used today, and I got to clean it because you can see the resin from the fat wood. If you can see that. Yeah, I was able to get some. This thing cuts really well. But anyway, this is the apparatus that I bought. One of the things I bought at the Georgia Bushcraft. I mean, it comes. So if you're walking away from your camp, as I've done before, and you're carrying a hatchet and a saw, this just makes it so much more convenient that you can put both of them on your shoulder and you can go out there and harvest your wood and you have your hands free. So that's one of the reasons that I purchased it. But yeah, it was after I bought the saw from this vendor. The vendor name is Madison. She's a really nice lady. I don't know why I want to say. I think she's from Florida. I'm not sure. But after I bought the Burrell saw from her, I was talking to another gentleman there. And, you know, everyone talks about what they purchased. And I told him, and he told me about this. And he said she had them. But when I went to her, she said she had one more, but it was packed away. And she said, well, I told her I'd be there Sunday morning. When I got there Sunday morning, she had it. So I took advantage of the opportunity. The only thing that I'm saying I'm regret is that I didn't buy that marble bearded axe from her. And it's been on my mind ever since. And I was online the other day. I took a look, I saw it, and clicked. So, but I've always wanted a bearded axe, you know, because you can do some serious carving with that, you know. So, these are my toys, you know. But anyway, guys, this is a big box store. This is from a big box store, and this thing won't cut paper. You can sharpen it. You're not going to slice any paper, but it will slice some wood. It will chop some wood. And I was talking to some people about that. They said, yeah, it's not going to cut paper, but it will slice some wood, you know. But it has a nice grip on it, you know. So I'll go home and clean it up, you know, as I do with all of my tools, and be ready for the next weekend, you know. But yeah, guys, I don't know. If you guys are into bushcrafting, man, let me know. I would love to coordinate something, you know, meet halfway, because it is fun when you're with other people. But you know, it's fun when you're by yourself because everything is on you. You got to collect the wood. You got to process the wood. You got to source the water. You're the one that's up feeding the fire. It's all on you. And to me, that's a great challenge. So, but yeah, man, it's, I don't know if my chat is moving or what's going on here. But yeah, I definitely appreciate all of you guys coming in, you know. But a mini, okay, gherkin knife, okay. Yeah, you know, guys, my favorite cutting tool, Kukri. And you know what? I don't know if you guys notice on most Kukris, there's this little choil thing. And what I've read about it, this is a religious symbol. I've also heard someone say it's to do with strength, tension on a Kukri blade. And I really didn't believe that, you know, because those springs are made from Mercedes. I understand they're made from Mercedes-Benz springs, car springs. So what I found out is that the purpose of that choil is for flexibility amongst that steel. So I only have one Kukri that has that. My other three Kukris, let me see, how many? One, two, that Kukri, that Kukri, that Kukri, that Kukri. I have five Kukris, and only one of them has that specific choil. And So I'm looking for another one. I've been looking at the Kukri house and the Gurkha house because I'm going to buy one more Kukri, and it's going to be the real deal. I'm telling you. Even though the ones that I have, they I have the Condor King Kukri machete. I have the Condor heavy duty knife. I have the Becker BK21. And then I have another Kukri from a big box store, $15. Hey, but it works. It chops, it slices. And then I have the Kukri that was gifted to me. A friend of mine from India gave me a Kukri when she went home, and they all work well. I mean, Kukris are my favorite cutting tool. But yeah, so this is how I put everything back in it, and I'm a security buff, so I put this on here, and when I go out to harvest, it's on my shoulder. So, yep. So that's my thing. That's my thing, guys. Yep. Yeah. Well, my fire's kind of dying out. So I'm not going to keep you guys any longer. But hey, guys, if you get a chance, you like bushcrafting, prepping, survival, I think the best place is just going out in the bush and do it. Read all you want to, which is excellent because I do that. I read, I watch, but I know I got to put it into practice. And that's why I was trying a different method of splitting. It's like that was my first time today. It's like, okay, I'm going to need practice doing that. But at least I've done it, and I know what's required now. I think the way that I was splitting the wood was too large because I was trying to quickly make kindling. So the wood was a little too large, but basically in theory, I know how it's done. I just got to make it much better in practicality. So, hey guys, with that said, I'm going to head off of here. I'm going to go ahead and put out this fire, and then I'm going to do what I dread, but I have to pack up. And then I'm going to see you guys on the next video. So in the meantime, hey, hit the like button, hit the subscribe. I definitely appreciate it. And I'll see you guys on the next video. Get out there, enjoy that bush. And thanks for everyone for taking some time out of your day to come and spend it and listen to me jab and get all excited about the wilderness. All right, guys, take it easy. See you next time.